Well, no surprise, we got ourselves a horse race in the barrel racing, and Jordan Briggs, the reigning world champion, she has not made any mistakes. #1 in the world, #2 in the average, and she's going to be hard to beat as we bring Janie Johnson in. But Janie, how about Lisa Lockhart? Had to fight just to make the top 15 in her 16th straight NFR, and man, she has a little bit of momentum coming in.
She's absolutely amazing. No surprise that Lisa Lockhart leading the average. She's done this before on her great horse Louie, and Levy has turned out to be awesome in this arena. Last year she ran him for 1 round. Thought he was a little bit too young, a little too green for the Thomas & Mack. 2022, that is not the case. They're making beautiful, perfect runs each and every time. But to kick off the top of the ground tonight, we're going to have last night's round winner, Emily Beisel.
Yeah, 13.60 for her last night. That is the 3rd fastest run that we have seen. And I got to think putting them on the top of the ground is going to be pretty darn scary. This could be really fast.
No, it can definitely be fast, and this team has gained so much confidence. Oh, wow. They touched that first barrel, make it around it. That was really, really close, but clean. We're off as we get to that 3rd barrel.
Oh.
And Chongo just anticipated that just a little bit too much, and maybe we'll get a look at it. So fast. That was pretty close to the arena record right there.
Yeah, 13.11 is the arena record. That's 13.29.
Emily kind of tries to pick up on that inside rein to get him pulled off of it, but you guys, as each round goes on, it gets closer and closer as these barrels are against the fence. But with Cassie Mowry, she actually has 4 horses that have come out of her program running tonight. Of course, this one is Will. He's 17 hands. I've been so impressed about how well he gets around these barrels. Of course, Cassie Mowry, one of the best trainers in the business. Beautiful run for them, and they hit so much speed running home.
Fast as well, 13.57. That matches the fastest time that we have seen. Winna Johnson won round 1 with a 13.57. Bailey Show getting ready to go.
And when I talked about horses that came out of Cassie Mowry's program, Bailey made a horse change tonight. This is Dash. This is the horse she won Pinoca on. Cassie trained this horse. This is their first run here in the Thomas & Mack. It looked really good this morning in practice, and it looked really good right there for that first barrel. Good first. Maybe a little caught in the ground on the second, and they make it around the 3rd. Clean run for their first trip down the alley this week.
Well, clock says 13.93. It's probably on the bubble in terms of maybe getting a check tonight. There's a 2-time world champion in Brittany Posey Tanazi. World titles in 07 and 09.
Yeah, last night it took a 13.73 to pull the check, and that was Brittany Posey Tanazi on Birdie that turned in that 13.7. And of course, Brittany, she raised this horse, she trained this horse, and they're off to a great first barrel. She's an awesome jockey. Kind of has to check Birdie on that first barrel, but she saw it, she came around it, sets him up perfect for that second. And when they go to 3rd, 2-handed right there, in a perfect 3rd barrel, they're going to start being really consistent because they figured this out.
13.75. 2nd best right now. Mowry still on top, 13.57. Jessica Rotier.
Yeah, you're going to really notice that these barrel racers are taking those extra measures in practice and in the alleyway to try to keep these horses as calm as possible in that alleyway. When you start to get to that halfway point, they really know what's going on. Jessica Rotier and Missy, she saw that first barrel nice and close around it, and a really good second as well. This team is laying down a run right here. I had to do a little outside rein to make sure we kept that 3rd barrel up. It's clean, and it was pretty.
And it was fast, 13.72. That's 2nd best for her now. Cassie Mowry matching the fastest time of the week. She's still in the lead. Here is Lisa Lockhart. What a cool looking horse she's got. She's climbed from number 14 in the world all the way to number 6. And as we mentioned, she is numero 1 right now in the average.
Lisa Lockhart. The fans are starting to become really excited about this new team that have just started to dominate. They're leading the average. Great first barrel. Lisa Lockhart just sets this young horse up to be in perfect position with each and every barrel. And that's why the next run after clean run, holding on to that #1 spot.
Trying to challenge one of the She does. Wow. 13.52. For a cowgirl that's now made 16 straight trips to the National Finals Rodeo. Just got a whole lot tougher. And you look at Lisa, she's made 16 trips here, and for Leslie Small ago, this is the first one.
And now they're chasing the fastest time we've seen all week with that 13:52. But the ground is good. The ground is fast. Leslie Smolago sets Gus up perfect for that first barrel. Probably the best first barrel they've had all week, and a good second as well. She's really going for that go round as they cut in a little bit before that third barrel and a down barrel for Leslie.
Yep, she was fifth in the average too, so that's going to be a little costly for her as she makes her way out. There's a look at the bump on that barrel. 5-second penalty, you don't want that. So we bring in Steve Kenyon to talk about Jordan Briggs.
Jordan's trying to do something only 8 other barrel racers in history have done. Win back-to-back world titles. Haley Kinsel was the last one. And of course her mom is on that list. Christy Peterson won 3 world titles back in the 90s. If she wins a world title, Jordan will be the 9th back-to-back world champion.
That's what she's got to beat right there. Lisa Lockhart's 13:52. That's a pretty solid bump on barrel 2, but it stays up.
I think the entire Thomas and Mack just held their breath when that second barrel started to bobble, but Jordan Briggs, a clean and fast run as she looks back in that arena just to double check for a clean run. That could have been bad for that world title race right there, but we're still in the game.
You can rock it. No harm, no foul. She's in 3rd place. Donna K. Rule and the Great Horse Valor next to go.
Donna K. Valor's really trying to make sure he sees that first barrel tonight. They went a little bit by it last night and a little bit by it again tonight. It's kind of unusual for this team, but they had practice here, and I think they're going to get the timing right on that one again. He's just feeling so good and just going full send into that first. And hey, it was still a pretty fast run.
Yeah. 1 spot out of the money, 13:96 for Donna K. Rule. There's Winna Johnson. She won that first round at the time of 13:57. 4th in the average. Won almost 60,000 over 4 rounds, and here she comes full speed, and she made a horse change again tonight, didn't she?
Yeah, she's back on Mo. This is also a horse that came out of Cassie Mowry's training program, and I think this was a good switch. Mo is so solid the first 3 rounds, and a great run tonight, round 5.
Yeah, I gave the night off last night. 13:84. That's going to be in 6th place right now. That's the last money spot right there for Winna Johnson. Next up, Stevie Oman.
Butch, I think we saw this last night with this horse called Sand in My Socks. This horse can get around the barrels so snappy, so fast. It was one of the coolest things I've seen as they made an awesome run last night. So let's see what they can get done tonight.
I agree, Janie. I'm telling you, this horse has got some turn, huh? Good first barrel.
Watch this second. Look at how cool this horse snakes around those turns. And Stevie, she rides it perfectly.
Oh, man, and watch the clock, because it was fast.
Oh no, yeah, that one's hard to take with that third barrel because it was going to be good. And you see right here, she tried to get it just half a step further, and they would have kept that third barrel up. That's hard to do.
That would have moved her to 3rd place. Let's bring in Steve Kenyon.
Haley Kinsel last night making a little more history. She crossed the $1 million mark in NFR earnings. As of right now, $1,006,599 just at the NFR. This is her 6th appearance. She's placed on her last 4 runs here at this, or 3 runs, I should say, at this NFR.
Yeah, first round she got a barrel. She came back and won round 2.
You know what I like too? Watch the acceleration this mare has out of this 3rd barrel. It is just awesome.
Crowd loves her.
Look at that.
13:52.
Holy cow.
Dead heat. Dead heat.
It doesn't matter, top of the ground, bottom of the ground, and Haley Kinsel and sister, they are back in the groove.
Yeah, and they're tied with Lisa Lockhart. I don't know how you do that. You time it in hundredths of a second, and they are dead tied. Here comes Shelly Morgan. 3 cowgirls still remain.
Kiss is kind of being a little bit hesitant in the alleyway, but they take off. And the thing about this horse, she always sees that first barrel, comes around it. Ooh, a little close on the backside. Shelly kind of had to make a little bit of a recovery. They get over for second to make it around for second. And another close third with a good clean run for Shelly Morgan.
Yeah, she boogies after that 3rd barrel. 13:69. That is going to be a tie for 4th with Jordan Briggs. That's crazy. 2 ties in there. Sissy Wynn gets ready to go. Tough round, 13:52. The fastest time we've seen in 4+ rounds, has the lead.
As the rounds get tougher and tougher, Sissy Wynn made the decision to switch to Scoop. This is the horse she brought to the Calgary Stampede. Trained by Daniel Campbell. Sissy's had this horse about 6 months. Maybe a slight step by that barrel, but this horse is so cool and Sissy rising so well as they go into third. And a good clean run for them, and I think they're going to get better and better as the rounds go on.
Keeps it in the 13s, 1387. That's going to be out of the money, though. Margot Crowther will be the last cowgirl to go.
Margot Crowther, she's ready for pink night tonight. You're going to see her flying from barrel to barrel. Very, very cool. They're in the top 3 in the average right now. And no surprise that this team has had a lot of success in this small arena. Margot has so much confidence in this mare. She trained this mare, matured her, and kind of trying to make sure she eases nice down that alleyway because they know where those barrels are at. They're feeling the energy in this building. Margot does a great job getting her set up to head into first. Ooh, and she really scoots around that first barrel. They just really hit a whole low level of speed as they go between barrel and barrel. Got a little stuffed up there at the third barrel, but a great run.
1373. And that is going to be 1/100th of a second out of the money. Jessica Rotier gets the last spot at 1372. It's crazy that you can have 2 ties in there. 2 1352s, 2 1369s. And we're going to fire up Ghost Cam and take a look at those. So Lockhart and Kinzel going to split the round. Cassie Mowry's right in the middle of Shelley Morgan and Jordan Briggs, the reigning world champion, makes money again.